Stop dragging my heart around. Woo! What's up, Nitro Nation? What's up, people? I wasn't even gonna do a video. I'm hanging out, taking care of some family business. My auntie, whenever she needs me to do stuff for her, you know, handy stuff, whatever. I never tell, you know. Sure, I'm sick in the head, nitro, gearhead, muggy maniac, shit talking, but backing it up. Don't forget that part. I talk like shit. I mean, I talk shit, but I back my shit up too. Talk is cheap. Proof's in the pudding. Don't let your mouth write checks your ass can't cash. Don't let your Doberman pinch your mouth talk your Chihuahua ass. You know, the Muggy Maniac, his little sayings and my little quotes, and you know, those are just, I don't know, sometimes you just, I mean, honesty is the best policy, but you know, I'm not here, again, you know, I hate to start out this video this way. I mean, I just want to kind of fill you guys in what's going on. It's supposed to rain like cats and dogs tomorrow, 90% chance, so it's going to rain. If it doesn't, I'll be surprised. But anyway, I was going to hopefully I got done early today with my aunt, doing some yard work and stuff like that, that I could still get some wrapping, but I mean, I'm not going to rush and try to, you know, I just, whenever I do that, I forget stuff, I make mistakes, you know, just, I don't like to be rushed. I'm not that guy, you know, I've been there, done that, and I don't like being rushed. That's just one of my things. But anyway, so, you know, but I watch guys' videos, and it cracks me up, you know, I mean, and I'm just going to call it how I see it. I'm not going to, you know, and again, if you're looking for somebody to blow smoke up your ass, to sugarcoat shit, then you're on the wrong channel, people. Wrong channel. Because I ain't going to be doing any of that shit anytime soon. Never have, never will. Okay? I'd rather keep it real. And kind of what I want to talk, I mean, what I want to talk about is, you know, I'm thinning out this channel again. You know, my goal is not to get 1 million subscribers. Like I said, I don't know how many times. You know, and some people just, whether you believe me or not, I really don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to like, oh, well, I hope you guys believe me and beg for subscribers and beg for thumbs up and please, you know, you hear that bullshit. And I've heard Mr. Zoss say that, hey, he's never done that, and he never will. And that you know, but I don't think a lot of times Mr. Bottigel is brutally honest, you know. He likes being the center of attention. He obviously likes being, you know, and I give the guy full respect, man. He's one of the biggest reasons that I got into 8-scale nitro. Okay? I'm taking nothing away from him at all. But I don't think he was real critical a lot of times when he should have been, or he could have been. You know? He just so much wanted to, he just wants to get E-word guys away from E-word and get him into either nitro or 5th scale. And he tried with the nitro, but he had a hard time because he knows, and he knows this, that nitro is challenging. The tuning, you know, the things that we talk about, the whole enchilada. 5th scale isn't really that challenging. 5th scale just takes a lot of money. Okay, if I had like $5,000 laying around, I'd have been in 5th scale already. Well, I take that back. I wouldn't, because there's still stuff that I would probably put that $5,000 into nitro, because there's still shit I want in nitro. I'm not done by any means. Over 4 years now in nitro, 30 years plus in RC racing. I've raced and I've done it all. You know, 10th scale. You know, 8th scale, electric. You know, and then I got in. You know, obviously the nitro is only 5 years experience. But see, my experience in nitro, and the reason I excelled and got to the level and stages that I'm at now, is because I grew up around drag racing, and my dad used to take me that, and I raced dirt bikes and motocross and wrenching and mechanical. I've just always been like that. I grew up around that. I've always been that. My brothers raced trucks, and my younger brother, races my dad's, $500,000 drag boat, and, I grew up around that shit, so I was able to come into Nitro and excel because I'm a motorhead. I love cars, muscle cars, as much as I like Ferraris and Bugattis and Lamborghinis and all that. Hey, I love the muscle cars, super sports, El Caminos, all the super sports. If I won the lottery, I would get all the super sports that they made, preferably 70, 71. El Camino, Chevelle, SS Camaro, all of them. Working cowl induction hoods, which is rare. Some of you guys know what that is, some of you guys don't. If you don't, I really don't want to get into it. Not what this video is about. But, if you know what cowl induction is, they're very rare. You don't see them on a lot of super sports. They're hard to come by. So, but anyway, because I grew up around that, I just excelled into Nitro, and up until I got it at an older age, and my kids are in college now, and they're working and they got their lives, and my two daughters are older. You guys seen one of my oldest daughters on the one video I did back, whatever. I'm divorced now. I'm single, bachelor. I got nothing, and I get it. The guys that have the wives and the kids, and priorities. Look at Mr. Zah, but that doesn't stop him. He's still buying stuff like crazy. Like he, nothing to get personal, but he must, be taking care of the old lady, or she wouldn't be letting him do shit. Cause he always, I don't know if this is true or not, but he always says she's the boss. But anyway, I don't want to be a person that does a channel and my concern is just not just sharing my passion for an 8-scale nitro, but keeping my channel pure. If I have to weed people out again. I kind of slacked off lately. I've just been so busy trying to help a lot of newbies out. People got a lot of questions on stuff. I'm trying to, help guys out with buying new platforms. But some guys are, it falls on deaf ears. It goes in one ear out the other because I think people just have to learn the hard way once again. I get it to a certain extent. I can lead the horse to the water, but I can't make it drink. You heard that before. And again, another thing, some people just don't have the DNA to do this. Just to do 8-scale nitro. They will never figure it out. They just don't have the patience to do it, and they're too lazy to learn. Problem. Problems of your own making. That's what that's called. Okay? Doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting the result to change. You're crazy. That's the definition of insanity, by the way. If you put 99 cents in a Coke machine that's $1, you're not getting a Coke. So don't think you're going to put half-ass effort into nitro and you expecting 100% return. It ain't happening. So and the things go on. I can sit here for the next 15 minutes and tell you the reasons why. But my point is that, people either are misconformed or just ignorant, and just take it upon themselves. And that's a problem. I see guys that run these channels, and a lot of these guys are new. And they think they know a lot of stuff, and they start putting stuff out there, and I was accused of that. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, if you've never seen an actual running video of my shit dialed, tuned, brapping, getting busy, hitting the high notes, all that stuff, which is proof that I know what I'm talking about. I didn't take it to somebody and they dialed it in. And then I ran it for you guys. You guys see my videos from the get-go. Now, I admit, in the past, I didn't put videos. I would, tune my stuff, dial it in, get it where I wanted it, and then start my video. So, here you go. It's, I don't do that anymore. I'm keeping everything pure, man. I'm just keeping it real. You guys will watch me heat up my motor, get it warm, or maybe it's already warmed up because I don't want to bore you with that. And then, we'll fire it up. Is it always going to fire up right away? No. Sometimes yeah, sometimes no. But at the end of the video, bottom line is, you see the end results of my labor and my work and what I talk, and even talk shit about. And it is what it is. If you don't like, what I say, how I say it, it's my channel. Then unsubscribe, man. I don't care. If I woke up tomorrow and I had 50 less subscribers, I wouldn't give a rat's ass. Period. I would be like, great, cool, I don't have to block anybody. And I'm going to start blocking people again. If you see yourself get blocked, it's because I feel that what you're putting out there is a cancer, and you're misinforming people, and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You have no proof or evidence or facts behind what you say. You know, I seen a video, and, you know, guys talking about, you know, platforms are, you know, and this person is going to know who he is. And I don't have any problem with this guy. This guy's a cool Nitro brother. And by the way, you know, now he messes with E-word because it's winter. You know how much that bullshit I accept? Zero. If you're a real Nitro guy, you wouldn't touch E-word. I don't care if it's snowing outside. Clear a path in the snow. Okay, and I've seen guys run shit in the snow and make it work, make it happen, because they're not lazy. You're either part of the solution or part of the problem. You've heard that before. That's a fact. Oh, well, you know, it's winter and it snows here, and you know, it's just really hard to run. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that. I've seen guys do it. Is it easy? No, but Nitro isn't easy. Period. That's part of it. But that just shows me that those people that do that and don't say, oh, let me go run E-word in the wintertime, you know, let me hang it up for the winter Nitro. You're not a Nitro guy. You can keep telling yourself you are if that makes you feel better. And I don't care if I hurt people's feelings or people get butthurt. Whatever. It is what it is. Again, looks like a duck, acts like a duck, walks like a duck. Sounds like it's not even tuned. I'll throw that in there. A little left hook. It is a duck. So if you're a guy if you even own an E-word, unless it's your kids, I kind of understand that. Unless it's your kids, if you own a Nitro E-word and you run one because of whatever your excuse is, fuck off. You're not a Nitro guy. And I know I'm going to hurt, you know, guys are going to get butthurt and guys are going to get pissed at me saying this, but I don't care. Mike B, YouTube him. Man, that guy is a genius. I learned a lot of my shit from that guy. Technical guy. Like the Nitro Nerd. Very technical, man. And when I seen him run an E-word, I was like, hit the brakes. Click, click, unsubscribe. I was done. I don't want to. It's not that I don't have a problem with people that run. Just don't say you're a Nitro, you're a brat brother, and, you know, 90% of your video and what you talk about is Nitro, and then you got to throw the E-word in there. Did you ever see John run those crawlers, by the way? No. He knows he can't. He can't get himself to. And he's making sure he keeps busy with everything else. And he has plenty on his plate anyway. He just got them for looks. They remind him of his old man's international he used to had. I didn't think he was ever. Maybe one day he might run him. I'm not saying he won't, but I don't think he will, to be honest with you. He's that pure of a gearhead. That don't have a motor on it, he ain't in a real motor, he ain't into it. And that's the way I feel. I don't never touch an E-word. I will never, ever, ever, ever own an E-word. So again, if there's guys out there that you got 1 foot in on Nitro and then whatever excuse is, you do a little, yeah, but I only do a little bit of E-word. Really? Like I said, keep telling yourself that if that makes you feel better. Keep saying I'm a full-on Nitro man, sold out. You're not. There's very few people on my channel that are fully sold out for Nitro, and I'll mention them who they are. Woogie, that guy sold out for Nitro, big time. Okay? Lights Out, he's sold out for Nitro. Nitro RC Only, I think, yeah, Nitro RC Only, yeah, I call him the Nitro Whiz Kid in Germany, sold out, Nitro. We talk off YouTube, man. He was getting pissed off because he was arguing with guys about E-word, what's better, E-word or Nitro. That's why I did that one video when I talked about that. They're not, one isn't better than the other. Just what's your preference? But people want a hybrid. They want to be 1 foot out, or they want to do Nitro, but, you know, when it's real complicated, or it takes a lot of work, or the weather's really fucked up. Man, like I said, if I went out tomorrow and there was 10 feet of snow out there, Trust me, I'd be clearing shit out of the way, and I'd just be at least firing it up so I can hear my shit. I'd do a box tune. That'd be good enough for me. At least I'm making an effort to do something. Maybe not run it in all that snow, and I've seen guys do that too. You know, and like I said, I'm keeping it pure. Only guys are going to be making comments on my channel from this day forward, and I'm going to start blocking some more people after I get done with this video, are people that are pure nitro. And if you don't think I know who you are, and who you are, or who you're not, you're you know, you're blowing smoke up your own ass. And that just irritates me, because that's not what I do this channel for. This channel, and I'm telling you guys right now, I will keep it pure. I will never, ever hold anything from you guys. I will tell you guys the way that I feel all the time. I don't care if I hurt people's feelings. I don't give a shit. I'm not here to make any friends. I'm here to help people and educate them the right way. Not only what I learned, but what I researched to learn that I couldn't get from other people. Okay? It's the only reason I do this, man, is to try to help people. If I have, like I said before, if everybody unsubscribes, and right now I've got at least 5 to 6 solid sold out nitro guys. Most of them I just mentioned. There's a couple more. My New Yorker buddy too, he's sold out nitro guy too. Full on proper. You know, and these are guys, these are going to be my front line soldiers of the Nitro Nation. Not no person that messes around with E-word. You know, and then I got other guys that are running videos, or running their mouth, I call it, and they're talking about, oh, well, platforms are pretty much the same. Again, this person, you know who you are, and it kind of irritated me. Platforms aren't all the same. Oh, yeah, they're a little bit different, a little bit tweaky. Bullshit. You obviously don't know what the fuck you're talking about. As much as I hate to say that, because I really think this guy's cool, I'm just going to call it how I see it. Whoever told you that a Mugen is, you know, is the same as a Tecno, yeah, they're a little bit different, all manufacturing. That's misinforming people. That's a fucking lie. That Tecno is nowhere anything near that Mugen, and vice versa. Not even close. And either is this. And either is the same line of that MBX5 Mugen 14-year-old platform from a new one. Oh, little things. No, it's not. It's a complete... A lot of it is the internals is different. Geometry is different. A lot of parts you can't just put them on. I can't take MBX... to put those MBX6 arms on there, the front ones that are on there now, those are MBX6 lower front arms on that MBX. I had to shim the front of them, shave them, reshape them, because I couldn't find 5s for that when I had wanted to replace them and just put new ones because the other ones are worn. The geometry changed over years. Mugen, all of these platforms, their geometries change, and it's changed for a reason. They're designed differently every year. They're not fucking just, okay, the new one, you know, let's call it the MBX 9, you know, just making an example, or the MBX 8, we're just going to change the front. That whole fucking thing has changed. Ask Adam Drake. I hit him up on it before. He did a video on it. The MBX 8 is completely changed from the 7. They went over the whole thing again. Granted, a couple things are similar, but it's not. You can't even put, I wanted to put 8 arms on this thing. You can't, because the new ones are wider, but the pillow balls are shorter. So it's not the same. These vehicles all change. And I have a few friends of mine, and this guy isn't the only one that have Associated. Ask Raja. His Associated, he already fucking, the front end on that thing already broke. You seen that video? That thing already fell apart. Associated, let me tell you right now, for the record, FYI, Associateds are a cheap knockoff version of Mugen. The only reason Associated, even Ungaro even won the Worlds, and I've talked to other guys that race for Associated, and guys that know him. I have a lot of connections, you know what I mean? I network, unlike some people. That's why I can tell you guys what I tell, because I get the facts on shit. I don't just say it to say it. Okay? And the only reason Ungaro won last year is because, and all Associateds competing now, is because they figured, you know what? Mugen is like, man, we need to change something. Mugen's one of the most consistent platforms on the race circuit, and has been since they've been around. Period. Besides Kyosho. Okay? They're like, well, we need to steal the pillow balls. We need to put the pillow balls, like Mugen, on the Associated. As soon as they changed the whole platform Associated, well, guess what? And got a decent driver like Ungaro, all of a sudden they run the worlds out of nowhere. And even guys will tell you, again, I know guys that race for Associated, they'll tell you, people that race for Associated, I know a couple guys that work for them, the company, and they'll tell you firsthand, we copied Mugen. We couldn't totally copy him to the T because, that'd be copyright infringement. It's against the law. Mugen has a patent on all their shit. But they came down close. Pillow balls, the arms, everything. It's an Associated. That's why I never got Associated. I thought about getting them. I raced Associated back in eWard back in the day. 30 years ago. It was completely different, but still. And I've never been a Losi guy. I've been more of an Associated, if anything. And Associated had old school Nitro. But then, when I got back into Nitro, and, I thought about getting a Losi, and, I wanted something different. I wanted something everybody else didn't have. And like everybody's getting Associateds now. Will Ungaro win another championship? I doubt it. Lightning usually doesn't strike twice, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong plenty of times. If he wins, kudos to him. But if you look in the standings, and I showed you guys last time, there's not a lot of Associateds crowded up in the top 10. It's mostly Mugens and Technos. And some hot bodies too. So again, for your information, an Associated, Buggy, and Truggy, they're not all the same. Especially if you have the one that has the C-hubs compared to the one that... And it's not just the C-hubs, they changed. There's a lot of the internals and the geometry is changed. Trust me. So for you to say... Or anybody, and this wasn't the only guy. I had a couple guys. Because I'm on the Associated forum and the Mugen forum. Both of them. Because of buddies of mine that invited me. I don't, talk about my Mugen, but I just keep it real, just like here. The only reason they haven't kicked me off the channel is because I've been behaving myself. I'm not going on channels to cause ruckus. Unless it's the Traxxas ones, and I don't give a flying fuck. There's nothing bad with an Associated, but they're just not all the same, and they're not all that. I won't ever buy Associated. Why? When I can get the real thing, which is a Mugen. That's the real, if you want to say Associated, well, I wouldn't even call it that. It's a Mugen. I even was talking to Elite RC because I remember I was looking at the Associated. And even Elite, well-respected fifth scale. Him and Bodegel are very tight. They talk a lot because, they're drag racing and fifth scale and all that. But Elite did Nitro a long time too, way before that. And he was like, why would you get an Associated, bro? You have a way better Associated. I'm like, what? He goes, the Mugen. They ripped them off. And he was the one that, he goes, do your research. He told me who to ask around, and I was like, oh, really? He goes, yeah. Don't just take my word. He'll tell you the same thing just like I do. Don't take my word. Do some homework. Guys from Associated, Team Associated will tell you. We stole Mugen technology as much as we could, legally. And do Mugens break? I haven't broken one. So I don't know where people get the pillow balls break. I've ran this thing, it's a 14-year-old platform, and I've told you guys before, and I'll tell you again, I got a runaway. This thing hit a brick wall dead on at 50 plus, and the only thing that happened was the lower hinge pin carriers bent a little bit, because it happened right on this side. Bent. The plastic one bent. I'm surprised it didn't just snap. I mean, trust me, 50 plus, brick wall, full speed, dead on. I thought my shit was done. Body flew off, air filter flew everywhere. That's all that happened. My arms didn't even break, man. I didn't even break my arms, original arms. Shock towers, nothing. I will tell you one thing, though, and you guys are probably looking at it right now like, hey, Muggy, is that what I think it is in there? We'll get to that in a second. But anyway, if it wasn't for this carbon fiber top plate, you can see, if you look right here, see that little notch? Because when it impact, if it wasn't for this chassis brace and this carbon fiber top plate, it would have destroyed my center diff. Because when it impacts in the front like that, they give you a little bit of play, thank God, but they don't give you a lot of play. They give you enough play for an impact, but when you're going 60 miles, they don't design these to go 60 miles an hour or even 40 miles an hour and straight into a brick wall. So if it wasn't for this top plate, that's why I say carbon fiber top, servo saber plate, front aluminum chassis brace. It's not all about the flex. It's protecting your vehicle's ass. If it wasn't for these two things, it would have destroyed my diff. It would have jammed the dog bone in and through and just crunched the center diff. I've seen it happen. And by the way, this has got carbon fiber on the top. This is a sick buggy, man. I mean, I don't know how many times I showed you guys this, but to emphasize it again, I'm not tooting the buggy's horn, but this is, I paid $130 for this thing. Mint condition, fully loaded, front and rear chassis brace, carbon fiber everywhere, aluminum, thickest aluminum shock towers you'll find, 5mm. $130. Can't beat that. So I paid $300 for this. $300 for this mint condition Tekno. Now I put, you know, the aftermarket shit on it and put money into it, but $300? Come on, man. I hear guys making excuses. Oh, it's expensive. The MBX7, same thing. $300, man. Delivered to me with a body. Both of my chuggies came with bodies. So, you know, people say, well, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, I can't find a deal. And I got extra parts. If I don't, that's why my buggy that I'm looking for a buggy right now, if it doesn't, and no matter how good a deal it is, if I don't see the guys throwing in all kinds of extra goodies, I'm moving on to the next one. I set a standard for myself, benchmark, because I know they're out there because I got them. Truggy buggy, $300, top notch, not no old school shit, top notch, Truggy buggy, $300 delivered, maybe $350 the max. Max. No more than $350. Elite does the same thing. My brother from Another Mother Elite RC. I said, what's your budget, if you don't mind me asking? He goes, no. He said the same thing. He's like, I ain't paying more than $300 for a used platform. You know, he got that sick-ass JQ, man, with all that shit. For that price, with fucking a whole enough shit to build another one. So guys that get ones with $300, even with a motor and a pipe and all the other stuff, that's not what's important. You're going to break shit on that thing eventually. Knock on wood, I haven't broken anything on my Mugans yet. You know, I mean, I've replaced stuff that's just worn more than replacing broken stuff. But if you're getting a used platform for $300 or even $400 and you're not getting any extra parts, you're a fucking, you're crazy, man. I don't know what to tell you. A lot of times, like I said again, when I make these videos, I feel like I'm just like a broken record saying the same shit. But I don't know how many times I got to tell you. Hopefully somebody's going to get it. If I do emphasize a lot of these things that I've been emphasizing the last week or two, if I got to beat you guys up about it, then I will. If you guys don't like my videos, go put your thumbs down. I really don't give a fuck. You know, it bothers me. Do all the thumbs down you want. It used to. I'll be honest with you. Man, how could 5 people not like my video? I don't give a fuck anymore. Who cares? I hope those 5 people unsubscribe. I hope I hurt their feelings because I'm not here to make friends and, you know, oh, I'm not concerned about your feelings, okay? As much as harsh as that may sound, I am not concerned about anybody's feelings on my channel, off my channel, watching, subscribers, newbies, nobody. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. What I do care about is I care about you sticking around in 8-scale, having fun, having less headaches, learning the right way, learning how to tune your shit, reaping the fruits of your labor, man. There's nothing like that, man. That's what fires me up. I like to wrench and shit, but what fires me up is when I see the results, good or bad. If it's bad, well, okay, let me go back to the drawing board. Well, let me get this figured out. Let me ask around. Let me call Mr. Zah. See what Mr. Zah said. Oh, Mr. Zah said, you know what? You might want to run, you know, if you're going to run a stock big motor, you might want to try the 41001 with the 086 or the 9986, because that's the combo. Oh shit, really? Oh, I thought you run the 9986 with the 41032 on a stock 21 or 28 or 32. Mr. Zah's like, no, 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 no. No, no, no. You weren't paying attention. I said, apparently not. Fill me in, brother. You know, these are conversations that I have with these guys. Or Elite RC, same thing. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Don't believe that bullshit. That's all bullshit. And these guys have way more experience and been around longer than I have. They're my mentors. I listen to what they say. All the time? No. I'll be honest with you. I kind of, you know, the little kid, when they tell you not to touch something, you touch it anyway until you burn your hand or something bad happens, and you're like, damn. You know, and then you got the person telling you, see, I told you for a reason. But, you know, that's our human nature. That's the sad part about us sometimes, is we want to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? We're like pigs. We want to keep rolling in the mud. We don't have to. You know what I'm saying, people? So, you know, I'm not trying to this person, and he knows who he is. I hope he doesn't take this the wrong way. It is what it is. But, you know, it's misinformed and people that just don't know any better. Okay, if you believe what you're saying, where's the proof of that? I've never heard that shit before. A vehicle, they're all the same, just a little bit of changes. Really? Tell that to Mr. Zah. Tell that to Adam Drake. He'll laugh at your ass. I've never heard any of those guys say that. Or why would they even make any different new platforms? Just make one every 5 years. Because they're always developing and making them better, stronger, faster, agile, better suspension, better cornering. By the way, that Tekno, fucking big ass 48, almost 50 centimeters long, handles like a buggy. Matter of fact, that Tekno outhandles my Mugen buggy. And the wheelbase is complete. I mean, look, they're obviously longer. People always would tell me that about Teknos. It handles like a buggy. It's almost got too much steering. Way too. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then when I first got it and ran it, holy shit. The thing handles like a buggy, turns on a dime, gives you a nickel back, stops on a dime and gives you a nickel back. It's a sick whip. So I love that thing. And that is a C-Hub. It's not even a pillow ball. But see, Tekno's got that shit dialed in. This truckie's getting almost 2 years old. Because there really isn't, what more do you need to do to this? This thing will hold the test of time for, if I keep this thing in and I never buy another one, for another 5 or 6 years. It's way ahead. So were the Mugens too. This 5 was way ahead of its time. This MBX5 Prospect was the only one that came with all the aftermarket parts. Everything. Aluminum, carbon fiber, titanium. You name it, it has it. It is upgraded when you get it. There's nothing to get anymore. It's all there. It's a full race kit. Okay? That's why I really have never been, really, in a hurry to get another buggy. As far as the only reason I am is because I'm thinking about getting back into racing. Now, this is great for bashing, but because of the technology and the geometry, it's not what an 8 is. A Mugen 8 is it's not completely, but it's not the same vehicle. You know? So when people say, oh, well, it's not much different. They haven't changed. Yeah, that's bullshit. You don't know what you're talking about. Sorry to inform you. Sorry to steal your thunder, but that's the truth. So I just had to get that off my chest because I watched that video and I'm like, really? Really? You think so, huh? Okay. And by the way, if you're running an Dynamite 053 Platinum isn't the answer. If it's the only pipe you got, I understand. But I suggest if you're going to run a .21 stock or modded, 053 is not the pipe to use. It's a mid-range pipe. I've got a few of them, ran them on everything. The only one that really works well on is a stock Novarossi 28.8 Rex Legend. Everything else, eh. On a .21, you're starving it. .21s scream a lot higher RPMs than bigger motors, for your information, just in case you guys didn't know that. So that pipe doesn't work. You're better off on a stock .21, whatever it is, doesn't matter, putting an 086 type pipe on it. Smaller pipe. That pipe's, you're starving that motor. You're doing that motor to satisfaction. That pipe, it's not... I mean, it works. It does okay, but that motor is not going to perform what it needs to perform, where it needs to, you know, what it's supposed to perform, I should say. So anyway, I'm going to start blocking people, man, because people are just misinforming. You know, maybe, you know, certain people, you know, I give people chances and, you know, come corrected. And, you know, but the E-word thing, anybody that I went on their channels and find out they're running E-words, I'm blocking you on my channel. That's my rule. You don't like it? Too bad. And you're like, well, why would you do that? Because I can. I want to keep my channel pure. I don't want people on my channel that mess with E-word, because that, believe it or not, and you can tell me what you want, and I've seen it happen. And remember, I'm an E-word guy originally, just like Mr. Za, before I did all this. I did E-word for more years than a lot of you guys have even been alive. So I know all about E-word. Don't tell me about E-word. Racing E-word, building batteries, you know, motors, speed controllers, all that shit. Slip dips, all that bullshit. Okay, I've been there, done that. Many, many, many years. So I know all about it. And a lot of people, what they do is that shit starts to creep into the way you go approach nitro and what you say about nitro. So anybody that's running E-word, you know, you can still watch my shit. Just you're not going to make no comments, so I'm not going to be able, unless you want my email. Even still, I really don't want to talk to people like that anyway. That is a deal breaker. Sorry. That's my rules. And every so often, it's time for me to do it again this week. I start surfing through all these people's channels. And people that don't have content, another thing too. Or if I go on your channel and you're a new subscriber and your content's some gay shit and there's not even no Nitro content, which means you're not even watching Nitro. You're just, again, a YouTube troll. You just want to troll around and jump in and off people's channels and, you know, throw in your 2 cents. Fuck off. You're automatically blocked already. I don't care if you're, you know, I don't even consider you a newbie. A newbie is somebody that's new into Nitro, you know, that's running. Even if a guy has Traxxas, I won't block him. Okay, I give him a chance, you know. He's salvageable. You know, it's going to take a lot more work. I'd rather have somebody that doesn't have any Traxxas, you know, influence, because I got to undo all that false conception of what they think Nitro is because of Traxxas. So anyway, enough of my rant and raving, man. That just really got me riled up, man, when I seen these videos lately of lately people just doing these videos like this. I mean, I don't get it, you know. I mean, I do get it, but it doesn't have to be on my channel, not on my watch. This is my channel to keep it and run it the way I want. If you don't like it, get the fuck off my channel. Go subscribe to somebody else. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Go do something else. I don't really care. I'm only interested or concerned about people that want help in Nitro, that are true Nitro guys that want to do it right. You know, not come up with all their own made-up bullshit. Where's the proof? Now, I'm not the OS guy. I have one right. You guys have seen it. But I'm looking at this thing, man. And it is a .21. And you guys know how I feel about .21s. But for $200 or best offer, I can get this for about $150 shipped to my door. Brand new OS .21 Max, whatever they're called, Max whatever, Max R whatever, brand new. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of shit you want to look at. They're showing you the motor. This guy knows what he's doing. He's like, here, check it out. Brand new, baby. Even got a DLC coded crank. Look at that. Wrapped up, man. Send that to Rick and Get It Mod? Oh, hell yeah, that'll be a bad... Now, that's a 21. Those are the 21s that I want to run. Modified, quality. And OS, it's still not Italian. I mean, it's a freaking Chinaman, but it's a good Chinaman. Do you want to say a good Chinaman? The best Chinaman motors out there? OS. But it's still Chinaman. Does it mean it's the best 21s or the best motor, man? Hell no. Best Chinaman, yeah. Because there's Taiwan, there's Korea, you know. But it's you know, they're made in Japan, you know, so they say. I doubt that. I doubt OSs are manufactured in Yakaro or whatever it's called, Japan. I heard that. Their company might be there, corporate. It doesn't mean that shit's made there. You know, and the LRPs don't count because they're made in Taiwan. For now. Which brings me to this. Oh, snaps. Yes, the Muggy has lost his effing mind. You're like, Muggy, what are you doing? Hold on. Wait a minute. You're putting that modded LRP .32 in the Mugen OG buggy? Uh-oh. That's right, people. This thing can handle it, man. I trust this. Like, okay, well, let me back up a minute. This is where we're at. The XTM Mammoth Muggy got away with one. Okay, it scathed and escaped the wrath of big motors. The LRP .32, you know, gave it all it's got, and you know, only because it doesn't have as much torque as the Rex Legend is the only reason. Because that torque is what's heavy on these diffs because of the Rex. Because you guys have known I ran that Rex a few times, and there's very rarely where it doesn't beat down. You know, I almost want to throw the modded Rex on here, but that's just, I'm pushing it. It's highly collectible, discontinued, one of a kind, XTM Mammoth ST chugging on steroids. Okay, I put this thing together, a lot of money into it. You guys already know the deal. So Woogie, shout out to my brother Woogie, Nitro brother from another mother, doing his thing. I mean, that guy gets at me every day, all the time, man. It's really cool. Him, you know, the guys that I mentioned, you know, those are guys that really want it. They're just, you know, they're sold out. They're sold out for Nitro. They're not fucking around with Eward and bullshit platforms, and, you know, I mean, some of them are in the process of getting new platforms, you know, but their head's in the right place, you know. So anyway, I've decided we're shutting Project XTM LRP .32 down. We did a good run. You guys seen the video. Dialed the motor. The motor's getting dialed. It's still got to be broken in more. Ran good. Did some brapping. Got sideways and everything. Like I said, Muggy is all clean, fresh, put back together. But, yeah, we're not going to push the limits ever anymore. We're going to probably not put a motor in it for now. Until I get another Novarossi stock 28.8. That will rest in here. And, you know, I don't run this that much anyway. You know, I don't want to punish it because it's discontinued. And that's another thing. Guys take discontinued, rare, do not make, like doesn't exist anymore shit and turn it into a basher. You guys are fucking crazy. What do you do? I don't get it. Is that all you got to run? So you're going to take something that's collectible and they don't make? Do you see John run that Muggy? He has never ran that Muggy once, as far as I know. I could be wrong. I've never seen him run it. He knows how rare it is. If I get a Muggy, I'm still thinking about it, even though I told you the reasons why I wouldn't. But I'm not going to, if I get it, I'm not going to wrench on it anyway. So what does it matter that it's half fucking bullshit metric and half standard? If I get one, clean condition mint, I won't run it. At all. I have no desire to run it. I only want to get it because it's collectible. So people that are bashing those things and running those Muggies, I don't know what you guys are thinking, man. If that's the only vehicle you got, then, you know, hey, well, you got to do what you got to do to get your brap on. But if it's not, and you're running that thing, you're insane, man. You are insane in the membrane. I wouldn't run it at all. Period. End of story. It's too rare, man. That's why John never ran it. He even said on that video when he got it, it's too rare. He talks about plans and, you know, he might in the future, but he says it's just too rare. He's like, I can't do that to something that's a collectible that they don't make. It's discontinued. And the fact that I've ran this thing as much as I have, man, and I haven't destroyed or broken anything on it, and I've ran this thing into shit too. It's not on camera, but I mean, I've ran it into a bunch of shit. Flipped it a bunch of times. I mean, the body's like barely holding together by freaking epoxy. One nice crash and this body's done, and I don't even want to run this body. It's hard to find that body. Factory painted and all like that. I've seen one, it was $60 for a fucking 15-year-old or almost 15-year-old body. So yeah, so you know, again, if you got something that's rare, collectible, and that's the only thing you got, do what you got to do. I'm not mad at you. But if you got other platforms and you're turning that thing into a bashing machine and it's discontinued, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, man. You're you're off your rocker, man. I can't even watch somebody run one of those like that because it's so rare. I would cringe every time they even almost flipped it. Why do you think I'm not that hard on my XTM? I can't. I want to, and I have. But I'm like, whoa, hold my horses. That's why when I said I was going to run this again, and with the LRP .32 and brap it some more, I'm like, you know what? Even Wookie said, hey, man, if I were you, I wouldn't. I mean, they don't make them no more. You got all that money into it. You know? It's a badass, one-of-a-kind machine, man. I built this thing to what it is. And he's right. Every once in a while, it's okay. And, you know, and even, let me rephrase that about a Muggy. Every once in a while, it's okay. But if you're going to turn it into a full-time basher, you're on crack, man. You're stupid. I wouldn't. Period. I'll say it as straightforward as I can. You're stupid for running something like that so rare. You just don't get it. And it's okay, because some people don't get it. So anyway, yeah, we're going to run the LRP .32. We're going to run an 086 pipe. Because it's stock, we're going to switch up the header. We're going to get a 41. Now, this is a suggestion by Mr. Za. 41 that I heard. I was listening to, I forgot what video it was. But anyway, 41001 header with an 086 pipe. And we're going to wrap it, man. I've ran one modified motor in this buggy, Mugen buggy. And that was the modified Pico, okay, at one time. But it was before, it was still new, still barely broken in. So we're gonna rip this thing, man. This will be the biggest motor I've ever put in this buggy. It might be overkill, I don't know. I've got it clutched in gear, set up to where this thing, I don't know what it's gonna do. It's a 14 pinion I got on there. 4-shoe clutch, which I usually run 3-shoe in my buggies. So yeah, this will be the first time, man, and you guys will see it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I was going to do it today, and then they say tomorrow 90% chance of rain. I'm just praying. I'm going to church. I'm going to go to church and just pray that it doesn't rain tomorrow. I'm going to say my prayers and eat my vitamins. Like all the Muggy Maniacs. Remember Hulk Hogan? Say my prayer. Say all your prayers. Eating their vitamins when all the Muggy Maniacs out there are going running wild. Oh, yeah. I miss that Hulk Hogan shit. I used to watch wrestling. But anyway, enough of my impersonations. Bad impersonations, by the way. We're going to run the LRP .32 again in the Mugen. And we're throwing, because you know the Muggy Maniac likes to match. Okay, I know people, you uncoordinated people here. There you go. Look at that. Bam. Oh, snaps. She is gonna rip. Different color of blue, but yeah, it looks okay. And I never ran these of the new AKA nylon rims with my Badland actions on here. My version, Chinaman version Badlands. And then we're gonna get into the Techno, okay? We're gonna do the Techno, and I'm not sure whether I want to run the modified 28.8 Rex Legend or the modified Pico in the Techno. I'll make that decision and basically call that a game time decision. But anyway, yeah. So I'm keeping it pure, man. Keeping it real, keeping it pure. Purity, man, is hard to come by these days. Too many people just talking shit out of their side of their neck, you know, and don't even know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I just hate to see that shit, you know. So I hope this person, and you know who you are, don't take this personal. It's not like a personal attack on you. It's a few other, you're not the only one either. I watch videos of other people, especially people that are subscribed to my channel. But I can't support shit like that. It's totally false. All of that, everything that I talked about, that's bullshit. Platforms aren't all the same. They don't just change here and there. You know, it's just as good as this XTM. It's just as good as the Truggy, you know. Fallacy. That is false. 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 That is a lie, and there is no truth in that at all. Okay, some stuff might be similar, yes, but it's a different platform. When this MBX8, the only thing that didn't change was the front end. They changed the whole fucking thing, man. Pretty much, the whole whip's been changed. Even if they just stretched it or tweaked it a millimeter or two, it's changed. It's not the same. Shocks are the same, maybe. You know, arms are different. Steering's different. Gearing's different. I mean, drivetrain, they changed a lot of shit on it, man. So, you know, that's not true. Don't believe that lie, okay? And if you think that that's true, and you keep telling yourself that, if that makes you feel good. So anyway, that's all I got. I'm going to get out of here because I got to do some more wrenching and get kind of prepared. Whether I run tomorrow or not, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's all I got, people. As far as, you know, when we talked about the racing thing, you know, if you're going to race, you know, look at what's going on in the race scene. You know, who's running what? You know? I mean, if you're going to run a, you know, 10-year-old platform on a racetrack, well, I hope nobody's running no Technos or anything, or like, you know, Mugans and Koyoshas, because you might get embarrassed. Period, man. So I wouldn't even run that thing on a racetrack, man. It's old school. It's a great basher. And these vehicles here, I mean, as far as my Mugen and my Techno, these are my bashers. This is a basher. All my shit's a basher. And as far as, that's why I'm probably end up getting a Techno 40 NB 48.4, because it's a newer than my Mugen, and with my Chuggies, and, you know, another buggy, a newer buggy, I could race that shit. I could race this thing as well as bash it. I could race that as well as bash it. It's both. It's a badass basher, and it's a sick racer, and it will compete and be competitive. Period. So I'd rather get vehicles that I can bash and race with just a few. Look at John. That's what he did, right? When he did a little bit of racing, way back, you know, on his 4.0 buggy, he bashed that thing and he raced it. Both. And that's what I'm about. You know, I'm not just going to, oh, this one's for racing and this one, why? That's a waste of money, man. I mean, some people, you just need to watch where you put your money at, you know. Obviously, you're not putting your money where your mouth is. That's for sure. So anyway, that's all I got, people. So, you know, hey, the shoe fits, again, wear it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. If this doesn't apply to you, then don't worry about it, all right? But if it does, you know, take that shit to heart. Think about that. I'm keeping that shit real. And this channel will thin out again. I'm going to start thinning it out. People will be going to make a comment, and you won't be able to make no comments because you don't need to make a comment. Just zip it. If you want to pay attention, if you want to learn, if you want to get to the next level, you know, you can. And I'm not going to block you from watching my videos because I can't. I mean, if I could, I'd probably just do that too, period. Just be done with you, or whoever you are, or all those people that, you know, that I really don't care to associate with. So anyway, that's all I got, people. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.